La mamá de 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 la mamá. Oh my God. How crazy. How crazy. Crazy. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tropical Girl Show. I am so excited today because I'm not alone. I have a friend. Okay, she's here with me from the very top. Again, welcome to our show. Thank you for sticking with us. I know that I'm really crazy.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Anyway, so my friend here, she's gonna talk about something that I've been really curious to learn about. Us, the Latinos, the Latinas, the Latinas, we go in and out of diets all the time. And something that I think that a lot of, famous people are sort of like adhering to is the vegan diet, which is already a problem because I'm learning that being vegan is really not a diet, is really a lifestyle. And because I know nothing, absolutely nothing about this, I decided to introduce you my dear friend. She's one of the most intelligent, most brilliant, and most
Oh
beautiful
my
women in my
God.
life.
Whoa.
Okay? My friend Tati to talk about, vegan affairs at the Tropical Girl Show, everybody. Yay!
Thank you for
Tati,
having me.
no problem, Tati. I'm so happy to have you. You are an inspiration to me. As a woman, in general, as a human being, you just give out this amazing light, and I hope that at the Tropical Girl Show, people get to kind of know you a little bit, not too much, because she's mine. She's not yours.
Oh,
I'm yours. You come to the channel every week. I'm yours, but she's my friend, okay? Not you. She can be your friend too. Anyway, leave a comment in the comment section if you like Tachi. By the end of this, we'll have, her leave her contact information in case she wants to be found. No, not everybody wants to be found, Tachi.
not everyone.
Anyway, Tachi, how are you? How are you today? How are things? Where are you joining us today from? Where are you coming from today?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here on the Tropical Girl Show. It's amazing. I'm here in New York, in Brooklyn, and I'm really excited to talk about the vegan. What is that vegan thing,
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, is it a diet? I'm like, first of all, this question was sort of like, off the script, but why do you think that people call it the vegan diet when it's a really whole lifestyle? Why do you think people call it that? Just,
Yeah.
between you and me, friendly
Yeah,
conversation.
I think because people think it's just about the food,
Mhm.
because when you talk about vegan, it's an idea to cancel animal products from your life. So you don't eat animal products, but it's not just eat. It's
Right.
not eat, not wear, not used for entertainment. So it's something beyond that, just food.
Sounds good. Yeah, because it's like, I think that particularly like within the black community, right? I think that what I heard was that, Beyonce tried this 20 first time I heard about the vegan diet and then I learned it was lifestyle was when Beyonce started this 28-day thing. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
So
that.
it became really popular and I think that other celebrities were kind of like trying this lifestyle and you know how that gets to the public, right? By the time it gets to the public, it goes from a whole lifestyle that's super serious and super careful into something like, oh, it's a diet.
Yeah, it just yeah, it's like that. It's more than a diet, right? It's more than a diet because you have to think about the animal in general, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just not eat, but you also don't do a lot of things with them. So that's the difference about another diet. So when you think about, for example, vegetarians,
Yeah.
they don't eat the flesh, they don't eat meat, but they eat eggs, they eat honey, they go to the zoo, it's fine. But vegans have the idea to really leave the animals alone, let them
Leave
there in
animals
peace, you
alone.
know? They're not, yeah, it's something like they're not here for us, they're here with us.
Yeah, we're
That's
part of the kingdom, right? It's a circle of
exactly.
life. I'm like, what? No, seriously, what happened? Anyway, we'll get into that. But like, all right, why did you? Okay, so first of all, how did you get to know about the vegan lifestyle, and why did you decide to try it to begin with? What triggered? What caught your attention?
Yeah, so as most of the vegans, I used to make jokes of vegan people before I became one.
Oh my god.
Like going to a restaurant, people, oh, I'm vegan. Like, oh my God, come on, the cow is already dead. Why are you not eating the meat? Just eat the meat, right?
Oh my.
That's nature. Just eat meat. So, who brought me to this life was my sister, Cecilia. She was the one reading about it, watching some documentaries, and she said, Tatiana, you should rethink your diet because my diet was really bad. Like thinking about health way,
Yeah.
like eating only burgers and soda and not drinking enough water. A real mess.
Yeah.
So I watched a documentary on Netflix called What the Health. And
What?
after I watched that show, I stopped eating completely. Like, but wasn't just
What do you
that
mean?
show.
Like you weren't eating?
I was having a salmon when I was watching the show. I was eating the fish, and then I was like,
Oh.
not anymore. And but not just because of the show. And then I start following some animal sanctuary, some animal organizations, and I found out a lot of things that we don't even have an idea about it. Like I'm kind of I don't know if I think a lot of people we don't have the information,
I
right?
don't have the information. Do you have the information? Write it down in the comment section.
Right? Like we sometimes we don't have the information. Like for example, when I was thinking about milk,
Yeah.
in my opinion, in my view, cows that we milk cows because that's the way of life. That's like
It's a natural thing to do, right?
exactly. And then I learned that cows they only have milks when they are pregnant, like when they have babies.
Right.
And I was like, it's something that sounds obvious, but I was like, wait, so if they're not pregnant and if they don't have babies, there's no way to get the milk from them.
Wait, so where does the milk come from? I'm like,
It's
yeah.
yeah, it's like any mammal animals. Like for us, the only way that they can milk us is
Yeah.
if we get pregnant and have a baby.
Of course.
And the same thing for cows.
So wait, do they keep them pregnant all year long?
All year long. Yes. So what happened is first, the cows don't even they don't even enjoy that moment to get pregnant. So they have the bulls. The bulls have machines that collect the semen and then they inject. A man comes to the cow and they inject the semen and then she got pregnant. And then when she had the baby, she has milk for the baby. But what we do, we take the milk for us and we kill the baby if it's a male and then we eat as a veal. Or if it's a girl, we keep them to become also a milk machine. So I was like, wait, what? And this is how it is. It's normal. That's everywhere. And I was like, I don't want to be a part of that. Right? Like if we Google your face right now.
The show's over, everyone. It's been really nice. I'm gonna go clean my fridge. Tachi.
I was like, wait, because it sounds obvious.
Wait, okay, for 12 months. So how long is like for how long do cows get like so they're pregnant literally all year long? There's no break.
All year long. Then they have the baby. And then we milk them. And then when the milk is almost done, they do the same thing again. And then they have them. And then when they're done, when they cannot even like walk or do nothing, then we kill them and eat them. I know it's sad. But it's crazy how it is. And we don't think about it. Nobody explained to us how it works. And I think the good thing is like everyone should have the information and then they decide, oh, it's fine. Or oops, maybe I should change and have like a soy milk or almond milk or whatever milk. Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's so real. Literally, this is like the first show that maybe you were who are watching me, right? You see my face entirely change. I'm usually
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. You know, we need to be having these conversations, right? It's not gonna be okay. So that being said, why do you think that folks don't tell us the truth? Do you think
Money. It's all about money. It's
what
money.
can you break that down to me? Like, what do you mean with it's all about the money?
Yeah, if we think about the milk that we consume, the food we consume, the meat we consume, you have like huge companies that are responsible for like 80% of the food that people consume. So they don't want to break that, because if people know, people will be like, maybe I should change that. And not just that, I didn't know. I'm sorry. She'd be like, it's done. I'm done with the show.
No, I'm not. I'm just like in shock. I am
It,
in complete shock.
it is. It's shock, and it's shock, and also like if you think about this cow, right? That she was a milk machine for whole life.
And how
Cows
do we, but for how long does the cow live?
right now less than they in a natural way. In a natural way, they would live more because it's stressful for them,
Oh,
right? So they live less than they should live if they were free and enjoying their life.
yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Actually, okay. So back to this whole conversation about the industry, right? So another thing that people say that, oh, you know, because I feel like because the industry makes it so difficult, right? I think that what happens is that folks tend to kind of give up. You know, they're like, oh, whatever. They don't even think about it. So do you, okay, because you're from Brazil too, like me. Ah,
Yeah.
dang.
Brazilians in the house.
Black Brazilians in the house. Anyway, no offense, but you know, we have to really name it how it is. And so my question to you, Tachi, now is so when you compare like, you know, okay, Brazil, the US and the industry, so what are some challenges of being vegan in both countries? You know what I'm saying? Like what would you say, is it harder to be, you know, a vegan in Brazil, or is it harder to be one in the United States, would you say?
Yeah. So I have friends in Brazil that are vegan. I was never. I became vegan after I moved to US. Like I moved 7 years ago, but I became vegan like 4 years ago. I think as everything in life, we have to do like research before changing something, right? And it's like, for example, if I smoke and I decide to quit, I have to know why am I quitting, how am I gonna do that, when, and everything. And the same thing for veganism. So in Brazil, I think it might be really hard because we have those barbecues during the weekend and everything. So if you don't have exactly why are you doing, what's your purpose, you can end up like, oh, you know what, this is not gonna work. But if you have an idea, you'll be fine, right? Like one thing that makes me really like frustrate me is people that are like, oh, I'm gonna be vegan, but I don't do any research. And
So
then a week,
just stop. They just stop.
I'm like, oh my God, I heard Lewis Hamilton is vegan, or Sushi is vegan, or Billie Eilish is vegan.
That is so.
So yeah, so I'm gonna be vegan, but they don't do any research, don't do anything. And then a week later, they're like, oh my God, I almost died. It's horrible. There's no options. So I think for as everything in life, you have to do your research. You have to have a plan, right? So okay, so you wanna try this diet, this lifestyle.
Yeah.
For how long? Oh, I'm gonna do for a month. I'm gonna do for a week, and have like even like a menu or something, or follow people that can help you with. So you have why you're doing it.
Yeah. Why? A why and a plan.
Exactly. Because if not, you'll be like, oh, because when you think about it, what is about, when you think about food, right? Oh, vegans don't eat animals. Okay, but what they eat? I can spend the whole week eating French fries. Is it healthy? Am I gonna be fine? No. So you have to think also, what are you going to eat? We're not gonna tell you what you're going to eat.
I ain't gonna be sick. Yada, 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 yada. You know. Wow. Okay. So back to okay. So you were saying that it really irritates you how people don't have a plan.
Yes, you have to have a plan. You know, I really, I hate when people are like, oh yeah, I tried for a week, but then I almost died. I mean, you have people that have this diet for like 20, 30, 40 years and they're fine. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Wait, let's touch on that. Like, okay, so since we're but do you think on that topic of folks having more of a plan, and do you think that people have more of a plan in Brazil or in the U.S. like that? What are the differences between the two? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. I think I don't know. I think like if people really want to do it, they're gonna do it. It doesn't matter where they are. In Brazil, we have a lot of we have some great, amazing Instagram pages from people that shows that veganism is not just for rich people. It's not just for it's for everyone. It's in Brazil, you have people like this, and here you also have people like this. One of the things we heard is like, oh, it's too expensive. It depends. Today I was talking to a friend in Brazil, and she's vegan, and she was like, if you eat fake meat,
Yeah.
it's expensive. But if you have rice and beans and fried okra, and it's not expensive.
Yeah, and it's so interesting to me because I feel like I heard that vegan people they eat and they digest very quickly. Is that true?
It's true. It's true because animal to digest animal, it's a lot of work for your body, right? It's a lot
Yeah.
of work.
And I'm like, and I'm like, culturally, who made that decision? Oh, we were just gonna eat meat and that's that. Like, who back in the day, like in the industry, was thinking that? I'm just wondering, right? Because nobody questions that.
Nobody questions that. And I think in the big, I mean, I understand some tribes or like in the beginning was like for survival, but right now it's not a survival thing. Like some people say, I will never be vegan. I'm a lion. You're not a lion. You don't run like
Yeah,
to
you
get
don't
a
run like
cow
Ryan.
and
That's crazy. Whoever said that, you need to cancel them. Oh my God.
right? You don't bite a cow and say, oh my God, so delicious. Or like, you don't grab a chicken in her neck, like, whoa, this is amazing. So you're not a lion.
Oh my.
And right now, I think we have so many options. There's so many options. That's why I think being a vegan maybe 10, 20 years ago was pretty hard. I wasn't there, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty hard. But right now, you have you can eat everything. You can veganize everything you can imagine, everything.
The other day, you showed me like a really, really fancy ganache, recipe that you almost. It's just so fancy. It's just too fancy. So yeah. Oh my gosh, Tach, that's so intense. I'm still like in shock over the cow story.
Oh, there are more.
Oh my God, Tachi.
There are more. Yeah,
I
and
need
they don't tell us,
I need my tropical water. Hold on.
right?
In my house, the water is tropical.
In mine is the simple one.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay,
Yeah,
so you said that there are more stories. Like,
there are more stories. Like sometimes I have a friend. He was telling me, okay, I understand you don't eat meat. I understand, but what about eggs? You don't have any issue with eggs? And I was like, hold my beer,
hold my martini, hold my water, hold my water.
hold my orange juice.
Mm-mm. Oh, no, wait. Do it again. We need to zoom it in. All right. What does it say? Oh my God, that's so cute. Oh. All right. Anyway, carry on. Go ahead, honey.
Okay, so the chickens, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea about that. And then I watched the video, and it's also like everywhere they do like this, okay? So first of all, when you think about chicken, they all live really like in a place all together. They cannot even like
Yeah.
run or anything. They say that they have more space in an oven after they died than during their lives. So the oven has more space than during that. But so what happened is we have the chicken, and then you have the egg, they have the egg, and then you have if you have a female chick, okay?
Yeah.
You have a female chick, fine. They're gonna keep her because she's also she's gonna be egg machine.
Yeah.
But if it's a male chick, the male chick has no value for the industry. So they kill them right away. They shred them. There is a machine.
What? They
It's
what?
horrible. There is a machine.
You're just saying that the industry literally shreds.
They shred them, all the males. So they have a machine that goes like this, and they're falling and being shred right away. And this is like big companies, right? It's small companies. One day I was reading about a small company in Brazil. They didn't have this technology. Say they would break their necks in a buck because the male chick has no value for the industry. And what humans are doing now, there is a project in the Netherlands that what they're gonna do is they're gonna do something in the science and everything that there's no way to have male anymore, just female. So they don't need to kill the babies anymore. But look how crazy we are playing with nature for money. It's horrible. It's really horrible.
And literally then they complain that, oh, you know, there's a virus that's killing everyone. They're messing with nature so badly, and this is all happening.
Is this all happening?
Your fault. You're watching it. Yeah, my
no judgment.
Yeah, no judgment. And it's crazy to me that those really big industries, right, particularly when it has to do with the environment and nature, they're like, oh, it's really you guys should be recycling. Yeah, I will recycle, but the big companies, big corporations also need to do their part.
Exactly. Like when you think about, people say, oh, you have a lot of plastic in the ocean and everything. And then we think, oh my God, I'm not gonna use my plastic bag. I have to take care of it. I should cancel plastic from my life. But the plastic we use is not even 2% in the ocean. I don't remember the number exact, but it's like 89 or 90% of the plastic in the ocean is from the fishing nets. It's not about us. It's not the plastic, it's the fish. And again, it's connected to animal products.
Yeah. Okay, can you tell me a fish story? Like, I'm so disturbed. So you told me about beef. You told me about chicken. Can you tell me like a fish story? Because you know, everybody knows that I'm tropical. And I come from, what they call a heritage site. That means that people do traditional stuff as they used to do back in the old day. So in Parachi, right, where I come from, people still fish with like nets they make at home, right? And there has always been this huge fight against, you know, predatory fishing practices, right? And that's exactly what you were talking about. Yeah, you're so right, the nets and all. So
but it's not the nets from these local people.
No, it's
because they do for survive. I completely understand. Like if I'm going to, I don't know, like somewhere really isolated, and it's okay. They have to fish because that's their survival. You know, survival. But it's not the local ones. It's like big corporations, and the way they're doing is impacting the local people because they have huge boats with huge net fish. And they're taking so many fishes that people, like local communities, they're feeling already. They're missing the fish. They don't have access for all the fish that they used to have. So it's really sad. And a good thing about it, all this, is that now we have more access to the information, right? Like there are some amazing documentaries on Netflix that you can watch and you're like, oh my God, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. And it's good. It's good to learn all this. So
Yeah,
humans are complicated.
yeah, very complicated. And I was gonna ask you because you were saying that there's people who have been vegan for 30 years. How did the vegan? And I'm asking this question because I genuinely don't know and I want to learn. So when did the vegan movement start? Like basically, like what triggered it? Is there like a group of people who's responsible for like the vegan movement? And how did that start? Do you know?
Yeah, that's a good question. I know I'm not sure about that. And I think like some people, because if you think about it, most of us, we have something inside. Like when you watch Finding Nemo,
Yeah.
you're rooting for Nemo. You're not rooting for the guy there fishing. You're not rooting for the dentist that has the aquarium. When you watch Runaway Chicken, you're rooting for the chickens. So we have something,
We have some goodness. We have some goodness.
we have some good. The things that we don't connect the dots. Like when you see like a steak, you don't think about it. And another thing, like I didn't know about that too. Like cows when they're there to be killed is not okay. Just to start, I I I used to think like that, Pauline. When I used to eat meat, I used to think like that cows and all animals, they were happy in a farm, enjoying life, and then and having babies and enjoying everything and their
That's how I
friends. And
think.
then
That's how
one
I think.
day, uh,
I said that's how I think.
right? And then one day the cow died. And then in my mind was like, oh my God, she just had a heart attack. Okay, let's go running. And then we go there and then we cry like, oh my God, she died. So now, okay, let's eat her because she died. She's already dead. And then we would cut her and kill her. And I mean, not kill her because she's already dead. That was I had in my mind before. I didn't know about all this process. I didn't know about all this. Like that we kill them. We cut their throat, we shot them in the head, and we do that in front of the others. There's no love. So when you see videos, you see the other cows crying. You see cows trying to run away, and blood everywhere. And like it's not nice. It's not funny. And we're doing that, and like in one day in US alone, we kill 25 million animals in US alone.
Where does all that food go? Because there's a lot
Eat,
of people who are still
to
facing.
eat.
No. But I'm thinking that there's a lot of people who are still facing food insecurity, right? So it's really an industry thing, right?
Yeah, but yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Like the numbers, like billions of animals killed a year so we can eat. And this number, we don't even consider fish because it's hard to count fish. So what they do is for tons. So it's not nice. Like when you think about, I used to love bacon. I used to be like, oh my God, bacon is life. It's so like salty and crust. And then I was like, wait, like pigs, they are in a cage their whole life. They don't see the sunlight. Most of the animals right now, they don't see the sunlight from big industries. They like in a small thing their whole life. The only time they see the sunlight is on their way to the slaughterhouse. So it's big, it's sad. So that's why when people say, oh, I tried the vegan diet for a week and it didn't, I almost died. But why are you doing this? Like you have to have an idea. Like it's not just like, oh, I'm eating, where is my steak or where is my sausage? It's something big because animals are dying. And not just when you talk about animals, if you think about slaughterhouse, most of the slaughterhouse, they are in poor communities. And these poor communities, the way they kill the animals, the way they do everything impact everyone.
Of course.
Everyone.
Of course. So my next question to you is, what are some like replacements we can make? Because, you know, at this point, we're talking offline and we realize it's really about the seasoning, right? It's people
It's
are that's
everything
seasoning, right?
about the
Yeah.
seasoning. Yeah, it's all about the seasoning. It's all about the seasoning. Like here in America, right? It's really famous. The chicken wings.
Yeah.
Uh, we do cauliflower wings, and it's delicious. Instead of chicken, you can use cauliflower. You got the cauliflowers and do all the the seasoning, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, and you can also do vegan meat. You have a lot of meats that really taste and the texture is the same. It's even weird. I was in Brazil 2 years ago and I went to a restaurant and I ordered a vegan burger.
Yeah.
They have a famous brand there called Fazenda do Futuro. And this burger was so real. And you know, the meat from Brazil is kind of different, right? The
Oh yeah.
taste is different, it's heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so real that I couldn't finish. Like I ate like 1/3. I was like, and I asked the server like 3, 4 times, "Are you sure this is vegan?" It's like, no, we wouldn't play with that. It's vegan and everything. But so you have a lot of options because even if you think about, you see a cow and you see the final product, a burger.
Yeah.
So it's not a cow, you know, like it's a lot of things. So it's easy to make. It's easy to replace from
Yeah,
the
that's crazy, but like go tell people there's so much prejudice, right? And I think that you're one of my favorite people to talk about this because, you know, you're not the type of person who's always like trying to convince people, like, you know, you're not preaching, right? You really keep it to yourself. And then here and there, when we ask, you share information with us, right? And I think that's really important. So, what are some challenges? I feel like, based on such a complicated industry, like what are some challenges that, you know, people who do activism around the vegan lifestyle can face?
So yeah, I don't consider myself as an activist. As you said, I usually don't even talk unless some people ask because it's not an easy life. Like it's very common for activists here in America. They go to vigils, pig vigils. So as I mentioned, the pigs, they are like in a cage and everything, and they stay there and they don't see the sunlight until they go to the slaughterhouse. So what people go do is they go in front of the slaughterhouse to greet the pigs that arrive. So they give them water, they pet them, and their faces are like, oh my God, what's going on? Their eyes are like really like, you see fear in their eyes and you see like kids doing this, adults, old people. I couldn't do that. I think if I go one day, I'll be like, I can't, right? Because it's really, really hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. So it is complicated.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very complicated because I mean, it sounds like the industry behind what we do, right? Everything, all the habits of consumption that we have, the industry has a lot to say about that. It's really crazy. How about dating vegan? Would you date a non-vegan, Tachi?
Oh my God. I dated a non-vegan before. But then he was cooking vegan food for me. He used to cook vegan food for me.
That's so, see, that's so sweet. That's the real one.
Yeah, but yeah,
Is
we
that,
broke
but
up for another reasons. But
it's not a deal breaker to you then. You would date a
a
non-vegan.
little bit, a little bit, because it's complicated. I feel it's a little complicated.
That's tea time. That's tropical time. What do you mean? Why?
It's a little complicated. Like, of course, maybe you can meet someone, you can talk to someone and show the issues, but I think it's a little hard to have a meat eater as
Apart.
a lover.
Yeah, and I think that like in general with anything in any lifestyle, right, that we kind of choose for ourselves, it's very hard to convince someone else of them.
Yeah.
And that's that. You know, there is someone for everyone, right? And I really believe that. So as we approach the end of this conversation, which to me I'm like still my jaw is like on the floor.
I'm sorry, Pauline. I didn't mean, I was like, I need to say good things. But unfortunately, like we're talking for an hour. like hundreds of thousands of animals were killed just in America during this hour we're talking. There is a website, sorry. There's a website called animalclock.org
Yeah.
that he's always like calculating. Okay, now how many animals were killed this year? How many animals were killed while you checking this website? So it's happening right now.
So
It's happening right now.
animalcloth.org. And how okay, so we're centering like this conversation around the food. But what about like wardrobe, for example? How can you tell that something is vegan? Does it do brands do a good job in labeling and telling people, hey, this is vegan? Do you think brands are doing a good job, or no, people don't have the concern?
Now, yes. Now, yes. So as I mentioned, I changed my diet 4 years ago,
Yeah.
but I didn't know a lot of things. So I was like, okay, I don't do any more products anymore. Look at my plate, everything beautiful. And then one day I was with a friend, and I was with my one of Kate Spade bag,
Yeah.
and she's like, "What about your bag?" And I was like, "What about my bag?" It's like, "This is not vegan." I was like, "Wait, what?" And then I start searching, doing the research, and then I checked. Even my toothpaste wasn't vegan. Like even toothpaste has
Okay,
animals
hold on,
material.
hold on. We're about to head to hold on. So what isn't toothpaste? I'm like, I can't get a break. I feel like even, hold on. Seriously. So what? All right, tell us a toothpaste story. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, wait, even my toothpaste. So, but now I have one that there's no animal product. So right now, we have some brands that are vegan only. So, but what we have right now is like, for example, you have vegans that do not. They used to have leather, like jacket, for example. Oh, I'm vegan now, so I'm gonna give to someone.
Right.
In my case, I kept everything. So I have non-vegans bags that I had before. If you give me a non-vegan bag, I would keep it, but I don't buy it.
Gotcha. You don't financially support it.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
No, but okay, my question is, because since we got crazy here, let's get crazy all the way. So what makes toothpaste non-vegan?
Yeah, they use something that is inside the bone. Yeah, I'm sorry. Because the idea with animals is to use them for everything. So even like if you think about sausage for hot dog, I'm not even mention what you can find inside a hot dog sausage.
Like for example, like what's wrong with a hot dog?
Like everything that they couldn't sell, they put inside the hot dog sausage.
So for example, the shredded little chicks that you were telling?
Yeah, they can use that too. They can use that, they can use eyes, they can use everything that you can imagine. You can even find horse meat inside of sausages. I'm sorry.
They'll apologize and they season it.
Yes.
You heard it here at the Tropical Girl Show. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So what
you can find horse meat.
I know that you mentioned like a few, Instagrammers and all. What are some great, well, first of all, if you want to share your Instagram, now's the time. But what are some resources? Because, but folks, we need to do research, right? In order to like learn more about that lifestyle. Me, myself, you're such an influence in my life. I haven't been eating like red meat in the last 2 months. And I feel like my body has been functioning much better. So thank you.
Yeah, you feel more energy, right?
Yeah, there's way more energy. It's so intense. I can be tropical. So okay, so what are some resources that online that folks can access? We just highlight some resources.
Yeah, in Brazil, I follow 3 ladies that I really, really like. They're amazing. They always post really cool recipes, and it's really, really cheap. Like they're really smart. They also give some restaurant suggestion. So one is Carla.Candace, Candace. She's in Bahia. Yeah, she's really, really good. The other one that I would suggest is Thalita Xavier. She's in Rio, if I'm not mistaken, and she makes amazing things. It's really, really good. And there is one from Rio, Zeca Tofu. She's also amazing, always like showing some recipes that I'm like, oh my God, amazing. Here in America, we have a famous one, a celebrity, Tabitha Brown.
Oh yeah, she's famous.
She's amazing, and it's not just about like recipe. That woman is amazing. All the messages that she has is just awesome.
She's fabulous, you know. It's so interesting.
She's fabulous.
It's so interesting because another vegan really said something crazy about Tabitha. And we had this conversation before. I will not say who the vegan is, but that lady who, you know, really pissed her off she's vegan.
Oh, the other lady too?
Yeah, she's vegan.
I didn't know that.
She's vegan. She talks about eating vegan shrimp. She loves vegan shrimp.
Oh, I made some today.
See? How do you make vegan shrimp?
So there is a brand from California called All Vegetarian.
Yeah.
And so I buy the shrimp already. Like I don't make the shrimp. I buy them ready. And I made some shrimp croquettes. Was good.
See, you should invite me over for that. Everybody, ooh. Tati, I loved having this conversation with you, and we could.
Oh, it was great.
Go on all night. Everybody, clap your hands. I want a lot of clapping hands down below in the comment section for my friend Tati. Tati, you are a gift. Thank you so much for being here at the Tropical Girl Show. Come back anytime, because I feel like this is a topic that we need to revisit, you know?
Yeah. I have a lot of sad stories to talk about.
Anyway, thank you, everybody. That was the Tropical Girl Show for you. I'm out of here. This week at the Tropical Girl Show.
Pode ir, gravando.
De máscara?
Melhor de máscara, porque estamos no Brasil.
Perto. Vamos lá.
Melhor não ser cancelado.
É verdade. Falar em inglês.